So let's carry on. So this is the first revision. So we'll be going through the basic operations on your calculator. The calculator is a machine that will be with us now for a while now. For for many years now. We'll be in ancient time. I remember people used to. I remember as I was growing up. Let me talk about ancient time. Myself first, as a witness, we used to have sticks. We were counting with little sticks that we were bundling with. Uh, we were using a string, so we were bundling it with a string, taking it to school. That those were the way we were using, our calculation solving process. The machine were not there, calculators were not there, so we're using sticks that we will count. We say, okay, let's say for instance, if I have 5 plus 4, so from that bundle of sticks we will untie the string, then we will we spread out, then we will take let's say 5 plus 4, we're gonna take 5 sticks. They're gonna say, okay, if from these 5 I'm gonna add the 4 sticks, how many sticks I'm gonna have in total, which is 9. Yeah, that's how we will do it. But as time went on, we were able, human were able to create calculators. We human were able to come up with a machine that will be able to cover that aspect of counting, that aspect of carrying loads, in our backpack. So yeah, so that's how the machine came to play. The device came to play. So a calculator are versatile tools that perform hundreds of functions, which is true, from basic arithmetic to specific formulas for finance and science, in a single application or device. So by this, there are major, features of a scientific calculators. The different key features of any scientific calculators listed below include. So the calculators perform these different, features. In most of calculators, scientific or financial calculators, now you will definitely encounter one or two of these features. The first one is the mathematical tools, which speaks about the algebra tool for equations and fraction proportions. That's as well where you will be able to encounter square roots, exponential, button there, or let's say processing. You have algorithm, you have power. Some of them even nowadays they can some of them even nowadays they can solve geometrical problems. They are able even to memorize the process of your function, your function process, or let's say your operational process. So yeah, many have done a good job in that aspect, but is it really recommended? Yeah, in mathematics, calculators. Let me be straightforward with you. Growing up, and studying, going throughout different academic level, the where I mostly use a calculator, a device called a calculator, was in physics. In mathematics, never and ever use a device called calculator. In my whole processing, in my whole academic, in my academic, venture, in my academic, history, I've used calculators only in physics, or let's say mechanical, electrical, a little bit of architectural work. That's where I used a calculator. But in med, I didn't have much time with the calculator. No, you couldn't have a calculator in your hands. You might hold it, but you're not gonna be able to use it because you don't have much time. Because I remember we were given a lot to do in a less time. Because if you need more marks or more grades, mean that spending time with your calculator is not gonna help you. You will lose marks. So for a cutthroat like me, having it no mean that you wasting your time, because I'm not gonna use it. I need more marks like than ever. So I was unable to pinpoint the calculator in my hand and I start using it in whatsoever concern mathematical work or mathematical exercise, exam, name it. I was not qualified for that. I needed marks. So yeah, mean that I had to stimulate my brain, thinking, solving things quicker than relying on a calculator. So yeah, that is my life. Parenthesis there. So let's carry on. So the calculator will help you to solve daily activities. Give you access to percentage. When it comes to financial work or level of commercial environment, plays a good role there. Unit price, unit price comparisons, probably a little bit of a discount and tips. It does a good job there for shops, boutiques. Let's say a little bit of where scientifically driven operations are not needed. Yeah. And then let's go with the financial calculators. Provide specific tools for investment. You have the raw ROI, you have on loan, and simple and compound interest, and tools for EMI. So yeah, a calculator, yeah, it's required. You need it. It's a tool that is required. It's a tool that is needed, like it or not. You human beings, they have done a good job to facilitate students, to solve complicated problem at that time. That needed, a pretty fast device, to get things done. So yeah, today's where you can use it as a converter. It has features. Nowadays, calculators, specifically the advanced one, you can do a little bit of a conversion with them. With weight, length, volume, mass. You can do a lot with it, and even nowadays, even in healthcare system, it helps. For your lifestyle, for your personal gain as well, for estimations, for a little bit of your calorie counter, using it as your calorie counter, running pace estimators, it does have, a key role to play in our life. So calculators can provide more room for some complex operations, and the most prominent and commonly useful keys include the 0 to 9 keys. So when you look at your calculator, you see that the keys, I mean the digits, the numbers, because anyway, numbers start to, okay, fine. Let's call it keys. Okay, goes from 0 to 9 keys. Operation signs, the decimal point, which is there. You can see the brackets and the equal sign, which is crucial. Otherwise, you're not gonna get any result there. The total number of these keys is 16. So in most of calculators, you know, uh, beneath the functional ribbon, I'm gonna call it like that. If a function beneath the functional ribbon, most of keys, the number of keys that area, most of them are they amount to 16. Yeah, in most calculators. But nowadays, no, as modernity, is welcomed, as ingenuity is needed, things start, getting a little bit of reshuffling. So yeah, bear with me. But in most cases, they are 16. And they may be arranged differently on your calculator compared to other devices, which is true, because a sharp calculator is the key rearrangement is different from the, let's say, Casio, or let's say the premium, or other different types of calculators. So you the encounter will definitely will be different compared to others. So there's a note there. A calculator is a potential to become a time-saving machine. Indeed, it is, especially in engineering, in treating and understanding processes and patterns, performing arithmetic calculations, and testing mathematical rules. However, users have to grasp that intelligence, potential, and fast response of the calculator doesn't depend only on its ability to prompt correct results on the screen, or rather on the user's inserted instructions, because if you make a careless mistake, it will faithfully deliver your instructions. So meaning that your calculator is just a tool, like it or not. You are the brain, you are the intelligence in working on the calculator. You are the one who has to allow the input for you to get the output from the calculator. Without that, if you don't understand the input, if you don't know what you're putting in, you're not gonna get the result that you were expecting for. So like I said, it's a tool, it's a machine, it's a device. It doesn't have a brain. You have the brain. You have to think on its behalf. Otherwise, it will become a nightmare for you. So let's keep going. Uh, okay, so this little bit of comparison between two different device, two different calculators. So you have a Casio calculator on your left, and you have a Sharp calculator on your right. So yeah, there are good machines. I know that there are other good machines out there, but these are the two that I've selected, for our content. So they are just good machine. They do a good work. As long as you put the right input, it's gonna give you the right output. And these machines, they have been in the market for a while now. No, I remember for the one that I have myself, it's already over 16 years ago that since I had it. So yeah, so to tell you that now having one with you, it's helpful. It's definitely helpful. You need it. I like it or not. You are not like an extraterrestrial being. You need a machine. You have to have one. So yeah, let's keep on. So this next slide, you can see that this is, I mean, what you see there, that's my calculator. I've had this for over 16 years. The first time I received this machine, this device, it's when I was in a grade. Just guess which grade? Yes, of course, grade 10. When I started grade 10, that's where I was given this calculator by my big brother. He bought it for me. Yeah, that was the gift. But till today, I still have it and I still use it. So from grade 10, for something 16 years going forward, I still have. You can see on your left, that picture on your left, you can see that it's on. So it's still working. It's still doing the job. So I've done my university with it, my college with it, my first degree, my second degree, and now my master with it. So to tell you, as long as you preserve the device, it works. And to my surprise, I've been using only one, which is the Sharp machine. Yes, I've seen caches, but sometimes they were breaking. Sometimes when they drop, the machine is gone. But mine has been dropping for a long time, meaning that for over 16 years, but it has never been broken. That machine, I like it, and I will keep it probably as a confection for my gallery. You never know. Yeah, that will do. I believe that. So yeah. So I've been using this machine. This is the one that I'm just showing you. That hand, it's not probably me, but the machine is mine. So yeah, I've been using it. So yeah, it has been a huge help. That machine has helped me a lot in physics, engineering. Till today when I do my estimations, or when I'm doing pipe sizing, or let's say in the structure engineering, calculations, little bit of analysis there. I have it with me everywhere. As long as there's engineering involvement, I have it in my bag. I put it there. I go to work with it. So yeah, it does a good job there. And on this, now we're gonna a little bit, touch, different keys of the calculators a little bit. Try to see, the most prominent one, the one most that will help you to work a little bit quicker. Now, among the keys, for because we are working with two, machines now, two devices now. We have the cache and we have the sharp one, and the when whatever concerns, the clearance keys, on the cache, you have to press the AC on the cache. The AC. If I scroll back, if I go to here, you see that there's AC here, right here, right? There's AC on the cache. You can see here. There's a C here. The little bit of this uh, uh, um, shape. If I move the shape aside, you see that there's an AC there on this cache. So yeah, there's AC there. So that is AC means all clear. It means that all clear. When you press that, which means that any whatever input that you have tapped, you have keyed in there, it will be all clear out. So it will be all blank, it will be all gone. So as soon as you tap this AC key, and on the sharp, to clear everything, you have to click on this button, which is on C, which stands for on clear. So if we go back here, you will see that up here on your right at the top here, where it says off here, it says on C. So once you click on that button there, every single input here will be clear. That your count will be run up to 0, like I showed you, on our picture here, because I've cleared everything. That's why. So you're gonna have this view. This view will be displayed after pressing that button on your sharp. So yeah, here and the next here, next right next we having the clearance of the last entry key. So for the last entry key, if you want to clear your last entry key, on cache, you click on the key C, which stands for clear, and on sharp you press the CE, which stands for clear entry. So if we go back again, you will see that on cache here, the CS2, because here we have numbers, we have the 0 here, we have the answer here. On this, the one that I've chosen here, the C key is not, I cannot see it here, even if I try to move it around. But the clear is here. It says here clear. It says CLR. I think it stands for clear. I believe so. We have a CLR here. Probably if you click on button, probably. But in most of caches, it's the C, because I've encountered it. There's a C key somewhere, because AC the delete. Or I think on this one it has to be the delete key. I believe so. It has to be the delete key. Yeah, the last input. If you wanna delete the last input, you have to click on delete. I think so. I believe so. Let me just move this. Yeah, okay. I believe so. If you click on delete, if it's not delete, which means it's because on, it's like it's, I think, on and off. No. I believe I'm gonna check on that, but I clearly believe on this type of cache here is the delete key. I believe that. Yeah, I'm sure about it. It has to be the delete key. Same thing here on the sharp. We have a delete key here, right? We have the delete key. So probably these are recent ones. Yeah, because it says here on sharp it says CE, but on this sharp here, I'm not seeing a CE here. There used to be a CE where delete is. Yeah, which means it's the delete key. Yeah. Soon as you click on delete, yeah, as soon as you click on delete, then it will definitely clear the last entry, the last number, or the last you know a key that you have entered. So yes, so these are the most uh, mm, uh, need to understand keys, for a more faster work to you. The rest is all about the functions. You have the function here. The equal. Plus and minus. Negative, positive numbers, and you have the memory here. A little bit of a square root. Yeah, it's a square root here. The exponent. You have a lot of it. You have the power, the grade here, the tangent, trigonometric, hyperbolic. You have it here, the inverse even, they are all listed here. I'm sure that you are even able to use it. If you have difficulties, send me, put it on the comment, then I will cover it up with a specific topic only on calculators, and I will have my calculators with me. Then we will go through each and every button together. But for today, it was just a superficial touch. So I just wanted to, to grasp on it, and to allow you to have a better understanding. So yes, let's keep going. The next slide here, a little bit of exercise. If you have your calculator, with you, you can just go through these two operations here. Now you have 4 times 3. To try, the buttons that we have gone through earlier to test this button. You have an exercise here. You can try it. You can try going through it. And for see and clear for clear and clear entry, as you're performing it with the actual calculators. Use the delete button. The delete button will help you, to clear the last entry, to clear the last key, the last input that you keyed in your calculator. So you can just tap the delete key inside. If you have the old calculator, probably 2000, I'm sure you're gonna encounter these two keys. They're still there. I'm definitely sure about it. They're still there. Yeah, they're still there. But for the newer calculators, it's the delete button. It's the delete button that clears the last entry. Yeah, the last input. So you can just go through it and let me know what you have found.